Hey guys, I thought I'd do another video recipe. This is pork chops with maple butter, roasted carrots, and broccoli mash. So what you're going to need is some maple syrup, about a half a tablespoon of maple syrup, some carrots, garlic cloves, about 3 of them, Parmesan cheese, about 3 tablespoons to 4 tablespoons of butter, thyme, sour cream, broccoli, and any kind of cut of pork chops you want. I did thick cut, or you can do thin cut, it doesn't matter. So what you're going to do is take your softened butter in a bowl, put the maple syrup in there with some thyme and some salt, and you're going to mash it all together. And then you're going to take some parchment paper, put the butter on the parchment paper, and then you want to roll it to try to make it into a log, and then you stick that in the fridge. And then what you're going to do next is set the oven to 400 degrees, and then chop up your carrots, chop up half of the garlic with some thyme, salt, and pepper in a bowl, and then you add some olive oil on top of it, and then I just mix that together. Just mix that together with my hands, and then after that's all incorporated, what you're going to do is line some baking pan with some foil, and I always add cooking spray to the foil just to make sure that the vegetables don't stick. You'll see that here in a second. And I spread the carrots out so they don't really touch each other and they have room to brown up properly, because if they're overlaying each other, it's hard for them to brown up. So I just make sure that they have plenty of room so they brown up good. And then next, what you're going to do is, once the oven is preheated, put that in, and then I set the clock for 18 to 20 minutes. I did 18 minutes, but I guess it depends on your oven. So I just set that to 18 minutes, and while the carrots are cooking in the oven, I boiled some water, and then you're going to cut up your broccoli, put it in the water, and then you're going to have that cook for about 3 to 4 minutes until the broccoli is tender. While that's cooking, you take your pork chops and make sure that they're room temperature, and then you put salt and pepper on each side. And then I always use canola oil with any of my meat, steaks, chicken, pork chops. I use canola oil because it's a really good oil and it has a high smoking point. So I just coat the pork chops in the canola oil, and then preheat the pan so it gets nice and hot. And then what I'm going to do here is add about 1/3 cup of sour cream, some Parmesan cheese, and the rest of the garlic. Because you did half of the garlic for the carrots and half of the garlic for the broccoli. And then you just mash that up, and I just threw the pork chops on the skillet just then. And mash up the broccoli and then set that aside, and then finish cooking the pork chops. I actually had to finish cooking them in the oven, and then plate it and enjoy. Thank you for watching.